Up to 75% of Americans are walking around in a state of chronic mild dehydration right now, and most of them have absolutely no idea. Not because they are not drinking water, but because everything they have been told about how much water they actually need is wrong. The 8 glasses a day rule you have heard your entire life. It has almost no scientific basis whatsoever. In the next 10 minutes, you are going to discover exactly how water works inside your body, why the popular guidelines are dangerously oversimplified, and what the actual science says about personalized hydration. We will cover the biology, the data, the myths, and the one counterintuitive truth that most wellness influencers completely ignore, because it makes hydration sound far less simple than they want you to believe. Stay with us until the end, because the deep dive section is going to change how you think about every single sip. Water is not simply a thing you drink to quench thirst. It is the medium in which every single biological process in your body takes place. Your blood is roughly 90% water. Your brain and heart are composed of about 73% water. Your lungs are approximately 83% water. Even your bones, which most people think of as solid and dry, are about 31% water. This is not a wellness talking point, this is basic human physiology documented extensively in medical literature going back over a century. The history of hydration science is surprisingly recent and somewhat chaotic. For most of human history, people simply drank when they were thirsty. There were no guidelines, no daily targets, no color-coded urine charts. The idea of a specific daily water intake did not enter mainstream consciousness until 1945, when the United States Food and Nutrition Board published a recommendation suggesting that people consume roughly 2.5 liters of water per day. Here's what almost nobody mentions about that recommendation: the very same document also noted that most of this water intake would come from food. That critical second sentence was almost universally ignored, and the raw number was stripped out and handed to the public as gospel truth. Decades later, the 8 glasses a day rule, roughly 1.9 liters, became the dominant cultural belief with almost no formal clinical evidence directly supporting it. A landmark 2002 review published by Drive Heinz Val Tin in the American Journal of Physiology specifically examined this rule and found no scientific evidence to support it as a blanket recommendation for healthy adults living in temperate climates. But here is what nobody talks about: the number varies enormously from person to person based on factors that a one-size-fits-all guideline cannot possibly capture. The current recommendations from the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine are actually total water intake, not just drinking water. For adult men, the adequate intake is about 3.7 liters per day. For adult women, it is about 2.7 liters per day. But these numbers include all water consumed from beverages and food. On average, food accounts for about 20% of total water intake. Fruits and vegetables in particular are extraordinarily water-dense. Cucumbers are 96% water. Strawberries clock in at 91%. Even chicken breast is about 65% water. This means if you eat a diet rich in whole foods, you are already hydrating more than you probably realize. So what actually determines how much water your body needs on any given day? The answer involves at least 5 major variables that interact with each other in real time. The first is body size and composition. Lean muscle tissue holds significantly more water than fat tissue. A muscular 200-pound man has substantially higher baseline water needs than a 200-pound man with higher body fat. The second variable is activity level. During intense physical exercise, the human body can lose between 0.5 and 2 liters of sweat per hour depending on intensity, temperature, and individual sweat rate. Replacing that fluid is not optional, it is a performance and safety requirement. The third variable is climate and environment. People living in hot, humid climates or at high altitudes have measurably higher water needs than those in cool, dry environments. The fourth is diet composition, as we just touched on. The fifth, and this one surprises most people, is kidney function and individual metabolic rate. Your kidneys are constantly filtering blood, approximately 180 liters per day, and they require adequate water to concentrate urine effectively and flush waste products. Now let us talk about what dehydration actually does to your body, because the effects begin far earlier than most people expect. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition found that a fluid loss of just 1.36% of body weight impaired concentration, increased headache frequency, and worsened mood in women. A separate study from the University of Connecticut's Human Performance Laboratory found that even mild dehydration, defined as just 1.5% fluid loss, impaired cognitive performance and mood in both men and women during and after exercise. At 2% dehydration, aerobic exercise performance drops measurably. At 3 to 4%, physical endurance and strength decline significantly. At 5%, heat exhaustion becomes a real risk. These are not extreme scenarios. A hard workout in warm weather can push you toward 2% fluid loss within an hour if you are not actively replacing fluids. But here is what nobody talks about on the other side of this equation. Overhydration is a real and potentially dangerous condition. Hyponatremia, which is low blood sodium caused by drinking excessive water, is responsible for deaths in endurance athletes every single year. When you drink far more water than your kidneys can process, typically more than about 1 liter per hour, sodium levels in the blood can drop to dangerous levels, causing brain swelling, seizures, and in rare cases, death. The tragic irony is that many of these cases occur in athletes who were following aggressive hydration advice designed to keep them safe. So how do you actually know if you are drinking the right amount? The most reliable real-world indicator is urine color. This is not folk wisdom, it is clinically validated and used by sports medicine professionals worldwide. Pale yellow urine, similar to light lemonade, indicates adequate hydration. Dark yellow or amber urine suggests you need to drink more. Completely clear urine may actually indicate overhydration. The goal is pale yellow, not clear. A second practical indicator is thirst itself. New research has pushed back strongly against the old idea that thirst is a late-stage signal of dehydration. A 2018 study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that the thirst mechanism is actually quite precise and activates at very early stages of fluid deficit, often before measurable impairment occurs. Drinking in response to thirst, for healthy adults in normal conditions, appears to be a reliable strategy. Where thirst becomes unreliable is in elderly populations, where the thirst sensation diminishes significantly with age. Adults over 65 are at substantially higher risk of dehydration precisely because they do not feel thirsty as readily. This makes scheduled, proactive drinking especially important in older adults. What about coffee and tea? The long-standing belief that caffeine causes net fluid loss has been largely debunked. A 2014 review in PLOS One concluded that moderate caffeine consumption, around 300 mg per day, did not produce a net diuretic effect in people who consumed caffeine regularly. For habitual coffee drinkers, your morning cup is genuinely contributing to your daily fluid intake. Athletes, pregnant women, breastfeeding women, people with certain medical conditions including kidney stones, urinary tract infections, or heart failure, and people on specific medications all have unique hydration needs that a general guideline simply cannot address. Consulting a healthcare professional for personalized recommendations in those cases is not optional, it is essential. The practical framework that the evidence actually supports looks like this. Start your morning with a full glass of water before anything else. Use urine color as your ongoing daily calibration tool. Increase intake proactively before, during, and after exercise. Eat a diet rich in water-dense whole foods. Adjust for heat, altitude, and illness. Do not chase an arbitrary number, chase the signal your body is giving you. Before you go, if you learned something valuable today, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to HealthCore Daily for a brand new video every single day. We will see you in the next one.